Hey everyone, and welcome. So, you've heard it a million times, right? Less oil, salt, and sugar. And if you're like me, your first thought is, ugh, bland, boring, joyless food. But what if we've been looking at it all wrong? What if healthy eating isn't about breaking up with flavor, but actually about making friends with it? Today, we're going to flip the script and turn this advice into something that feels good, like a joyful act of self-care.
Okay, let's just call it what it is. For so many of us, that phrase, less oil, salt, and sugar, sounds like a one-way ticket to what's on the screen, a hell menu, a menu where everything you love is gone and all the fun has just been, well, sucked right out. It feels like a punishment, doesn't it? A chore that you're definitely going to start tomorrow or maybe next week. But what if it's not about subtraction at all? What if it's just about a tiny shift in how we see things? And this is the shift. This is the whole game changer, right here. We can either see these ingredients as little bullies that just take over, making us feel sluggish and overwhelmed, or we can see them as little helpers, ingredients that are there to highlight our food and make everything taste better. It's not about getting rid of them. It's about learning how to work with them to turn them into our partners in the kitchen. And why are we even doing this? Well, think of it this way. Inside every one of us, there's this amazing little soul housekeeper working 24/7 to keep everything running, cleaning things up, making sure you feel good. But when we overload our system with those little bullies, our poor housekeeper gets totally buried in work. They're exhausted. So this whole journey, it's really just about making their job a little easier. It's about showing some love and appreciation for all that hard work they do for us. So let's start with our first ingredient, oil. And no, we are not getting rid of it. We're just going to learn a little light perfume magic to make our bodies and our food feel so much lighter and happier. I mean, this quote just says it all, doesn't it? Our goal is to use oil as a delicate little garnish, just a finishing touch to make things shine. We don't want our food drowning in a swimming pool of oil, you know? It's so easy to let it take over, and suddenly our meal feels heavy and we feel sluggish, and we don't even know why. So how do we actually do this? Well, there are some super simple tricks. You can become a spray bottle fairy and just give your food a light spritz, like a perfume. Or, my personal favorite, the steam bath method. Instead of stir-frying veggies in a ton of oil, you just start with a little bit of water in the pan. Let them steam until they're bright and crisp, and then you just add a few drops of oil right at the end for flavor. They taste amazing. And of course, there's always the air fryer friend, which is brilliant, because it uses the food's own fats to get it crispy. So simple. All right, next up is salt. And our mission here is a big one. We're going to reboot our taste buds. You know, when we get used to a lot of salt, our palate kind of gets numb, and we completely miss out on how incredible food can taste all on its own. And this metaphor is just perfect. Salt should be the beautiful background music that makes the whole song better. It shouldn't be the lead singer screaming so loud that you can't hear any of the other instruments. Its job is to lift up all the other flavors, not completely overpower them. When salt is the only thing we taste, we forget how delicious the actual food is. So what's the plan? First, let's go on a spice garden adventure. Seriously, start playing with herbs and spices, rosemary, basil, garlic powder, black pepper. They add these amazing layers of flavor that your brain just loves. Next, try some lemon sunshine magic. A little squeeze of lemon or a splash of vinegar at the end of cooking makes everything taste brighter and tricks your tongue into thinking it's salty. And here's a pro tip, master the finishing salt technique. Instead of adding salt while you cook, just add a tiny pinch right on top before you eat. It hits your taste buds first, so a little goes a very, very long way. And now for the big one, sugar. Our goal here is pretty life-changing, honestly. It's about saying goodbye to that crazy up and down energy roller coaster and finding a much more stable, gentle rhythm for our day. And this visual just shows it so perfectly. On one side, you've got the sugar roller coaster. You know that feeling? That quick, intense spike of energy? But it's always, always followed by a massive crash that leaves you feeling tired and foggy. What we're aiming for is the other side, a gentle walk in the park. Just steady, reliable energy that keeps you feeling good all day long. We've all been there, right? That 3 p.m. slump hits and your brain is just screaming for something sweet. It is a totally normal human craving, so please don't beat yourself up about it. The real question is, what do we do in that moment? Okay, so instead of grabbing that cookie, let's play a little game. First, the sweet stand-in game. Try things like baked bananas, frozen berries, they taste like sorbet, or apple slices with a sprinkle of cinnamon. They're naturally sweet and so satisfying. Or you can set a gentle vanilla trap. Add a dash of vanilla extract or cinnamon to your coffee or yogurt. The scent actually tricks your brain into thinking it's tasting something sweet. And finally, you can start the Original Flavor Hug Project. Just start choosing the unsweetened version of things: yogurt, soy milk, tea. I know it sounds weird at first, but give it a couple of weeks. Your taste buds will literally adjust, and you'll start noticing the amazing natural sweetness that was hiding there the whole time. So, after all these little tricks and tips, we get to the most important part of this whole thing. This isn't about a strict diet or a bunch of rules you have to follow. It's something much deeper. It's a gentle pact of self-love. And honestly, this message right here, this is everything. This is not a test. You don't have to be perfect overnight. Maybe this week you just try the oil spray bottle, or you swap one sugary soda for an unsweetened iced tea. That's amazing. It's all about progress, not perfection. Being kind to yourself, being patient with yourself, that is the real secret ingredient here.
Because that's really what this all boils down to. Every small, mindful choice you make, every time you add some herbs instead of more salt or reach for a piece of fruit, it's a little message you're sending to that little soul housekeeper inside you. It's a way of saying, hey, thank you. I see you. I'm going to take good care of you. So the question isn't, what do I have to give up? The real question is, what kindness can I give myself today?